Alright, Blender fans, welcome back to this tutorial series. We are now going to continue with, so what have we just done? We've done the forehead. Let's continue on now. Let's do the faceplate next, shall we? Because why not? Big shapes or small shapes. Whilst I'm here, look, that's offending me. As you know, this bit here has been offending me for a while. So I'm going to put in just a little bit more geometry in there. C-curves, C-curves, C-curves. Not the C-curve there though, that's crazy because that's got to be straight. This lot has to be C-curve. And look at the state of that. We're just sculptors, baby. That's all we are. Much rounder. See that? Much, much rounder. Much better. I'm looking and I'm liking. I don't like that artifact though. And it's because of all that there. So maybe I'll just, oh God, slide that a little bit up there. A little bit down there. I'll work it out. I'll work it out. Let's come back into studio mode. So let's work a little bit on this bit here. So we'll call it the, let's call this bit the, I don't know, top of the skull bit. So we've got this and this, they're going to have to join together. So Control J, has that worked? Yeah. And we'll call it, I don't know, skull cap. What's forehead 01? Let's call that forehead. What's temple 02? Yeah, that, don't worry about that. So we're going to work on this piece. Alright, sweet as a nut. So first let's just attach that. That's obviously going to have some geometry in it with a loop cut. Like that. That's going to have to go to there. Merge at last. All merge by distance. Get rid of the mean bevel weight for reasons we discussed earlier. Now, how does that all look in terms of continuity? Now, can you see that? I'm not happy with it because we've got too much geometry. So let's just make these C-curves. Comme ci, comme ça. Working in all sorts of different angles. That's better, isn't it? Oh, a little bit there. You know, you will get away with this slightly. But again, what I can do is go into sculpt mode. Oops, that was pretty aggressive. Maybe we won't go to the sculpt mode. But there is a little bit of nonsense going on around there. Whatever. All right. Somehow we're going to have to. There's an elephant in the room. Got to get this bit right. No, that has not solved that at all. Okay, it wants to play hardball. That's cool. Play hardball, baby. Fair enough. I'll come back to it. So studio, front. That's interesting. Let's use this. I'll show you why in a second. Look, it's actually slightly lower. I'm going to make this little vent here. It's obviously like an air vent or something, ventilation. I can't be bothered to move it down because if I move it down, I lose continuity with this surface. And I like that continuity. So extrude along normals, extrude. About that much. Turn off the mirror. Get rid of that face and that face. Because these are turd of faces. Absolute turds. And we'll get rid of that one. Delete faces. You'll see why in a mo. I'm going to get rid of that face as well. You can see what's going on there, can't you? You can bloody see what's going on here. Whilst I'm here, I'm just going to make sure that I've selected this whole loop. And I'm going to say scale X 0 and make sure on the global axis it's completely at 0. That way it will mirror properly. Okay. Hashtag winning. Hashtag lingo with the kids. I don't want this coming back on itself, so I'm going to select these here. I'm going to bring them that way. Mind you, it does come back on itself there. Maybe it will a little bit. Comme ça. Now again, we'll use the dirty tool just in the interim, just to see what we're doing. Again, I'll use a dirty tool. Oh. Wants to play hardball. Interesting. Very interesting. Is that because of the dirty tool that's done that? Yeah, it's the dirty tool. Yeah, okay, very clever. Alright, well, whatever. I want to play like that, let's play like that. So, this now needs to come to the front. So let's work with both of these. This is just a case of zipping it up. Grid, snap on with vertex. Vertex mode, you onto you. You onto you. Where have you gone? You onto you. We want our little C curve, so let's turn snapping off. Let's get you, you, and you. Do you see I'm constantly turning this on and off, the X-ray, with Alt-Z. Constantly turning it on and off so I can see what's going on. I'm looking through the mesh. I want a nice C curve on that little lot. Let's turn mirroring back on so these dogs can see what they're doing. All right, pretty sweet. Should we do this the dirty way? Oh, why are my gizmos so small? Preferences. Viewport, gizmo size, whammo. Whilst I'm here, system, I don't know what that does, but let's just turn that on. Save and load. System. Memory limits, undo steps, bosh. Yeah. Will that auto save? Save. I like a big gizmo, do I? Right. I only want to move it in the Z and the Y. Easy as that. Don't forget, we're sculptors. We're artists. We're not engineers. Okay. Just ease that down on the bevel crease. Yeah, like that. Oh, looking pretty damn good, guys. Looking pretty damn good. So let's just fill up this little triangle bit here. So for that, we're going to need some help from this and this. Shift-D, duplicate, escape, P, selection, U, join with U, Control J, toggle the whatever mode it is called, and let us fasten. Actually, let's put U, merge at last to U, because that exists. Turn off subdiv, 2, F, F, slight triangle fan. I mean, oh, is it a triangle? Yeah, it is a triangle. We don't like triangles. Is it offending us? No, it's not really. Let's put, this will offend us, but let's do it anyway, because we've done it now. Oh my God. Let's see what we did earlier now. Let's take all of you lot. Let's just, yeah, I like it. Very sharp edge along there, so you and you, crease. Something ugly is going on over there. Let's calm you down. Getting a bit carried away over there somewhere. You just need to calm down. When in the history of calm down has anyone ever calmed down? I digress. Anyway. You see, I'm constantly looking in all axes all the time. I think that should be a bit lower. So this one and this one, I reckon should be a bit more pronounced. A bit more like a scoop on a supercar or something like that. I see what's going on. I see what's going on here. Let's toggle that mode. You see that there? It's quite offensive. Always look, always look. Metcap. It's looking pretty tight, sisters. This, you'll like this bit. Look, if we can select that and that, and we hit the insert button. But down here, click off boundary, thickness, I don't know, not much. Okay, and then we can do the extrude along normals. Back into normal studio mode. Now I want that just to come in slightly. And then what we could do is if I rotate it, just so, and then delete those faces. So it bends right in. Let's turn off mirror, let's turn off subdiv. And let's get rid of those faces. All right, sweet, so those, in fact, let's select that whole loop, turn the crease off. That's pretty cool. But that will need to be creased. So let's alt click that, shift, alt click that. Oh, where my bloody... Sorry, you haven't had my screencast keys on. Why not? Screencast keys. There we are. Slight setback. Mouse size. Font size. Oh, sorry about that. Does that mean my other ones have not turned on? What's it called? Node. Oh my god. I had a power cut, you see. So I lost all my add-ons. Okay. You. No, not quite that far. You. And you. The blazes. Crease, baby. Something funky going on. Funky alert. You. Gets quite complicated here when you've got to look through the model like that. Oh, maybe it's that. That's why the crease tool is such an ugly tool. We don't like it. I'll come back and clean it up. But also, I mean, this doesn't actually exist on the Iron Man model. We're just doing it because we can. So what I might actually do is just flatten this curve out. If I take that, look, and move it, smooth it out. Take you and you. I know this is ridiculously complicated now. Just bear with me. Do you see what I'm doing? This curve here. Oh god. Like that. So the kind of the air feeds into the head. Cool. Now why is that behaving like that? Very interesting. Do you see what I mean? Don't care. Don't care for now. Check on the Met. Oh god, Met cap. Some shading artifacts going on there. I'm pretty sure it's because of our offensive. Oh no. There's a huge gap. Would you look at that? Now, it's not an exact science. What are we? Artists. So that's... People would be absolutely horrified to see me do things like this. But look, we're going to see it from such a long way away. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You won't see it. I'm going to put all sorts of tricks in as well at the shading phase. That might need more. It's great how you can edit two meshes at the same time. And we can really make a hash of this. Don't tell anyone. I mean, this is really offensive stuff. But if it works, do you know what I mean? We're artists. Guilty. We'll slide those a bit further down the head. Oh, I see what's going on. You don't want that, or that to be creased. pretty damn cool. So this is offending me. Do you see that? C curve, yeah? C curve, C curve, C curve. I want the front to be a bit thicker. Oh God, turn that off. C curve. Looking good, looking good. Looking really good. Right, we'll continue this later on.